everyone, my name is Airangel, and good morning, happy Sunday. I'm gonna be starting off Retro Gaming Live TV's Coin Op Classic, and we're gonna be playing Detana Twinbee, aka Bells and Whistles. So I'm gonna be playing the Japanese version, but the North American English version is called Bells and Whistles. Before we get started, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the lore of the game. So basically, the plot in general. So Twinbee and Winbee, the two robots, are piloted by Light and Pastel, and they're just like hanging out on an island, and then they got a SOS from the planet Mel, and it had a message from the Princess Melora, maybe? Yeah, words are hard. That needs help because there's this evil alien called Iva that's taking over, and we have to go save them. So big shock, we're saving a princess. Okay, anyways, so we're about to get started. I added the credits already, so we should be good to go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so if you don't know Twinbee games, this is, well, first of all, this is the 5th Twinbee game in the series. The name of the game is to collect the bells of different colors. The different colors give you different abilities. So the green one gives you sort of like this multi-attack. The blue one gives you speed up power. The red one gives you this invincibility shield. And there's a couple other bells that we'll be collecting obviously throughout the way. My favorite one is probably the green and the purple because both of them together are pretty powerful. We are gonna be dying a lot today, so we have endless quarters, chat. We don't have an end count on how many quarters we're gonna be using today. I am playing this on the Nintendo Switch. This originally came out in 1991 on the arcade version, obviously. But the Switch made sort of like a classic throwback. So you can play the US version of this game, which is Bells and Whistles, or you can play this game, which is the Japanese version. Really, the only difference that I can tell so far between the two. So I have two separate buttons for a ground attack, which is like a missile that I just threw right there. Whereas the US version has just like a single button, and you do both of the attacks at the same time, which is interesting, and I don't really like that. So I play the Japanese version. But yeah, from what I could tell, otherwise there's really no difference. You could skip the cutscene in the beginning, which is nice. And you can see me using like this sort of like this charge power. That's the easiest way to clear out enemies. Especially when they come in masses. So this beginning part is a little bit easier, obviously, and then once you progress in the game, it becomes exceedingly more difficult. I will be using a lot of death abuse. The main speedrun strat for this game is defeating like the bosses of each section as fast as you can, basically. And from my knowledge, there's no like difficulty setting. It's just like one consecutive setting. And I will read chat as best as I can, but this game is pretty involved. So if you have any questions, I'll go into chat afterwards. I am actually one of the only runners that play this game. So there are two categories. There's one player and there's two players, so you can play this co-op. Yes, and I forgot to start my timer. I'm sorry. We're just going to assume add 6 minutes to this. Sorry game. Add 6 minutes. Or actually 5. I don't know. We'll retime this after. GG's. We're gamers. We're gamers. You're not a gamer until you forget your timer. Honestly. So first boss down. Yeah, so we're gonna add 5 or 4 minutes. I'll go back and retime it after, but but if anyone wants to pick up this game, it's a lot of fun. In terms of if you want to play it on the Switch, I think it was only a couple bucks. I know there's a Twinbee game like on the online portal, but this is like separate from that, so it's not a part of that package, as far as I'm aware. So this section is just like a lot of missiles. Oh, cool. So we had like a support machine, so that's nice. Haven't died too many times yet. Actually, I've only died... I don't think I died yet. I'll say that and I'll die. Like that. What really sucks is, if you do die, you, all of your powers are gone. So I have to try to get my powers back. But yeah, anytime you lose your powers, obviously it's even more difficult to play this game, because you have very little attack power and everything's trying to kill you. So but my biggest strat for this game is trying not to die as much, but chat, I die a lot, so I hope y'all are ready for a lot of quarter usage. Because there's gonna be a lot of death. It's gonna be a lot of death. Dying is not the end, it's just the beginning of a fantastic adventure in this game. Those missiles are really difficult. I was trying to get the red belt. That's alright. Disappointing. The octopi of death. Alright, so this part is sort of frustrating for me because there's a section where you can't evade this ship at all, and so you just sort of die. Basically, if you touch any part of the ship, you die, which is really annoying. But there's a point where you literally can't go anywhere. You just become a part of the ship, and there's death. You know what I mean? So it's just like, okay. You just become death. So this part, you just sort of have to evade everything. There's not a whole lot of like cloud activity here, so it's just a big... I mean, the entire game is basically an auto-scroller, but this is even more of an auto-scroller because you can't really do much of anything. Frick. Alright, so this is the last part of this. Like, you really can't do anything. No matter what, you just like become a part of the ship and you die. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. That's why I thought like this section is a bit unfair, because it's like you can't really evade like getting hurt. So like in terms of if you had to play this in an arcade, like this section you would easily have to use a couple quarters just to like get through the level, because death. Alright. Explosions. Big explosions everywhere. I actually dyed, or I put more pink hair dye in my hair today for the ultimate kawaii. Just for you, chat. And also, I needed more pink in my hair. Wait. This game is tough. It is a lot of fun though. Especially since you can just use like an excessive amount of quarters. Or credits. I say quarters when it should be credits because I'm not actually putting quarters into my Switch. But here I am saying quarters instead. I do really like the music and the animation in general. It's very calming, even though like everything's trying to kill you. I guess as calm can be when everything's trying to kill you, you know what I mean? But this for me is more of a casual speedrun. There was also not a speedrun leaderboard for it, so I just I requested one. So it's fairly new. I think I started it last year. I'm gonna just try to evade these squid boys. But I'm actually doing a lot better than I thought I would, to be honest. Because this, because obviously this game is muy difícil. Dang it. But I really do enjoy the graphics. It's just, I don't know. For me, it's one of those feel-good games. Even though there's a lot of death. You feel good, but it's okay if you die. Because no matter what, you could always add more credits and you could get to the end of the game. Now, in terms of how fast you get to the end of the game, is up to you. I do try to group the enemies together in terms of like shooting it all at once. I mean, that's really the only other strat I would say is useful. Alright. Alright, so this boss is a little tricky because you have to shoot in the middle with that eye, and you have to push these sort of turbines back so you can shoot it. Also, do not get hit by the fireballs. I'm gonna do a dangerous strat here. Because we can. I'm like not hitting this side very well. Nuts. It's okay. We'll get it. And don't make a sound when you hit it. All right, that wasn't bad. Yay! I think the most challenging thing about collecting bells is obviously like not shooting it again so it changes color. Oh, if you pick up the little hospital thing, it'll shoot off, but it's not very useful otherwise. Like, it'll shoot the enemies down right in front of you, but that's about it. So now we're like in the air, but also the sea. Because that makes sense. I guess the main difference I can tell at least from this game and the other Twinbee games I've played, usually like the ground pickups will give you like health, but for this you only get like three lives basically, and then depending on the amount of credits you get. So usually the ground pickups are just like points based. It's not like... Shoot. But yeah, this is a pew pew game. GG pew pew game. The world building's pretty good in this too. Like, obviously there's some like different usage of like sprites and stuff, but I definitely think they did put a good amount of work into this. By they, I mean the developers and whoever worked on it. But if anyone hasn't played the Super Famicom Twinbee games, I definitely recommend them. Actually, there might only be one. Maybe two? Unsure. Also, that was a cheap shot. I thought I was picking up a bell, and it it turned out to be a bad guy. Alright. Name of the game is Shoot the Middle of This. Also, light flash warning. This octopus is very mean. With light flashes and stuff. I definitely recommend this as 2-player because basically, for what I can tell, it's like you can have one person focus on the bell pickups and then the other person focus on you know, getting rid of the enemies, which is really nice. But yeah, I'm not really taking into account how many lives I'm taking up just because we have endless attempts. She says that she gets like utterly destroyed. Yay! Alright, I think this is the part where you get even more things shooting at you, which you thought we had a lot before. Now it's everywhere. Now it's gonna be like non-stop. I really like, so if you see the little missiles at the bottom, like they'll like hide in the water for a little bit and then they'll like peek out. I think it's really cute. It's a lot different. And there's teacups. Chat, there's teacups. Good morning. Good morning, coffee cups. Except they're evil coffee cups because they try to shoot you. Coffee, why have you forsaken me? Why have you betrayed me? Why have you Coffee, why have you forsaken me? Also, I do find a little annoying is like if you don't get rid of, well, I mean, I guess it's sort of fair, but if you don't get rid of all of the enemies, they could also like double back and like hit you from the back, which is just bully. It's a bully game. really and truly a bully game. I don't know if you could play this online co-op. I picked up a black belt. So the black belts slow you down, basically. That was bully. They came they came from the bottom corner. That's okay. Alright, I think there's another boss coming up. Alright, so this one you just have to shoot any part of the snake. Any and all parts of the snake. She says that she completely misses the snake. And it's gonna like regenerate a couple times. Alright, I think it's one more snake. Pink snake! Just kidding, it's beige. That was weird. Attack of the beige snake. Oh my gosh, this scene. He just cuts a watermelon and he's so proud of himself. He's just like watermelon. GG, you did it, watermelon. GG, watermelon. Oh, these crystals or gems are pretty annoying, so after you hit them, they just like beeline it and try to attack you. The music's nice. Enjoy the music with a slice of KO. Honestly, I don't know. I'm really glad that this came to the Switch because I don't know if I'd be able to play this in the arcade because of how difficult it is. I think it's a lot more enjoyable with 2 players. I really like playing this, obviously, like on my own, but like in terms of bringing an excessive amount of quarters in order to play this. But I'm really happy to show this off during the Coin-Op Classic because I don't think it's a very well-known Twinbee game. And arcade games sort of have like a soft spot in my heart. So growing up, we had an arcade not too far away from our house. So like if my mom was still working, I would just like grab my life savings of like $5 and go to the arcade and just like spend a bunch of money at the arcade, and bunch of money again to like a 7-year-old is like $5. I actually have a tattoo of Miss Pac-Man, Inky, and a cherry because that was the very first arcade game that I completed. I basically like, I think I had like $10 worth of nickels. It was a nickel arcade, so that made it a lot better. But I had like $10 worth of nickels, and I think I used like, I don't know, $5 worth to beat Miss Pac-Man. Yeah, $10 worth of nickels. What's the timer like? Alright, so this part is bully. Huh, bully part, go figure. I think we're actually nearing the end of the speedrun. She says that she tries not to die, but dies anyways. Yeah, so basically timing the spikes while it's continuously trying to kill you. is definitely a thing. At this point, I'm just trying to get as much charge as I can. Sweet. And nope, nope, nope. All right, fuck. My timer fucked up. I fucked up the timer, sorry. You're gonna have to just imagine what the time is. I promise this is a speed run. RIP timer. We have one more area. But wait, there's more. Yeah, just imagine. You have to imagine it in your heart that that there's a timer there. And so now you have to, not only does everything want to kill you, like this thing that also has a shield is trying to kill you, which is not fair. Little lightning bugs of doom. The doometh lightning bugs. Go away! They're just chasing you. Featuring more bugs. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the last section. Before it was just a fluke. Those missiles were coming after me. So much death. Alright, we're coming up on the final boss soon, I think. She says as she has no idea, but has an inkling. Yes, the pink brain cotton balls of death. Frick. There's so much death, chat. There's so much death. Angry brain. Alright. And time comes when it fades to credits. Alright, and that's time. Okay. Cool. So that was Detana Twinbee. It's a really hard game, obviously, but it's kind of cathartic. I don't know. You just shoot things, a little pew pew here, pew pew there. I just really like Twinbee. But yeah, if you like this game, check it out on speedrun.com. There's 2 players for this. I'll go back and time this and I'll post it in the Retro Gaming Live Discord. Not that it really matters. I don't know if this was PB or not, but we'll see. But I just want to thank you all for having me, and I hope you enjoyed this really silly presentation of this game, and I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday.